Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here this morning. I want to thank Bill Allen and Michael Cowell for taking the show for me yesterday. I always can count on those guys to do a good show. I enjoyed it. Now, let's look at our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center at the corner of Baldwin Highway 77. We're looking at, it's still hot. I go out of town and come back in, it's still hot. 89 degrees, which is not quite as hot. It's been up, that's here on the coast now. It's going to be about 94 inland. Then a low, of course, of about 76. And the big one now, water temperature has gone up 3 degrees since last week. It's 88.5. It's really getting up there. Take a look at our river reading brought to us by Mountain Dew. Take it outside with Mountain Dew. The Apalachicola Bluffs down 5.2, folks. It's getting right. 5.2, slow, steady drop. There are going to be some nice fish caught this weekend at the Big River. The Choctaws at Caryville, 2.4. Excellent fishing conditions on both rivers as we speak now. People out there catching. I can promise you there's going to be some really good pictures coming in. And speaking of pictures, y'all been really good sending them to me, so we're going to try to show some today, but it'll take a couple days to get caught up on all of them. And our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. I'm still in those neap tides. We have a low at 12:10 and a high at 8:29. Marine forecast south at about 10 to 11. Let's take a break and come back with our special guest. Welcome back and welcome to our guests this morning. You've seen them before because they're my former students of the month. They're my last graduating class of 2016, Michael McLean and Ryan Spitzer. Good morning, boys.
Good morning.
Good to see y'all.
Nice to see you.
I've just been talking to them. I stay in contact with them through social media. And they're busy this day and time because they're in college and they're trying to balance fishing and having good outdoor stuff with studying and all that. So anyway, touch base with us. Tell the folks what you've been up to. I know you. Michael's also the one who made my custom orange and green rod that someone took. But anyway, let's roll.
I mean, I've been up in Pensacola at UWF. I'm majoring over there in economics. So just been up there. I've been doing a little bit of fishing up there. I've been doing a little bit of hunting up on the Blackwater WMA unit up there. Tried to get with turkey this spring, but unfortunately it didn't happen.
You were telling me, we had a good talk before we came on the air. That turkey's pretty smart now, aren't they?
Yeah, you'll call them in, they'll hop up in the tree and they'll wait until they like it, and I guess they'll hop down. But
yeah, I mean, why don't they walk in front of you so you can shoot them? I mean, I guess they want to survive, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that's good. I know that's a pretty area, that Blackwater River area. That's really pretty.
Oh, it's gorgeous up there for sure.
Okay, Ryan?
I'm Ryland. I go to Troy. I'll be graduating this December. Risk management insurance major. Going to Troy, it's a whole different change for me because growing up here on the waters and the bays, and then kind of going up there where there's a lot of private ponds, it's kind of different because you're not on the water all the time. You don't have your boat. It's just it's a whole different world. So I've kind of gotten a year, my freshman year, I was kind of out of fishing and everything. Then I got some friends who started fishing more and got me back into it. And so we've been just trying to find some ponds that people let us fish around Troy and getting back to it. It's been nice.
Well, that's good. And Ryland, I got a kick out of it. They were really, both these boys are really good fishermen. And now let's talk real quick about your future plans. Ryland, where do you want to go? When are y'all about to wrap up now?
I'll wrap up December 2019, so that's this fall. And then I'll take the spring off. Then the following fall, I hope to go to law school somewhere. This fall will be I'll take all my tests and everything to get in, but
good deal.
That's my future plans.
Good deal.
Yeah, I'm going to be graduating next spring, hopefully. But then I was planning on maybe going to the Coast Guard as an officer. Maybe try to get a GI Bill and go back for my master's with it or something. I'm not 100% sure yet.
Very good. As much as you love the water now, Coast Guard will be right up your alley with it.
Yeah, I know. And
I don't know if they're going to let you fish off the boat and all, but you'll have fun.
I'll try.
I told y'all the other day, y'all send me some pictures now because we got a lot of pictures. So let's start. Where was that first one? Right here. All right, we're going to start, Michael, with you. Right? Tell us about this fish right here.
That fish right there, I actually went to go visit my brother down in Naples this past week, and he showed me a couple of little areas to fish over there, so I was able to get my first peacock bass. It wasn't really that big of a peacock, but still a gorgeous fish out there.
Aren't they beautiful?
Yeah, they're super aggressive too, which I was pretty surprised about.
So your brother Connor's working down there around Naples and all, so you're able to, and what he just talked about, every time you go visit people or family and all, you always have a pole with you, right?
Oh, of course, I normally have a couple.
That's cool. All right. What we got? Ooh, man. Tell us about that.
Yeah, that was up on the Fit 2 Carter track. This was actually, I think it was last Friday. Me and my dad, I took him up there. We went over to the dry pond over there. There's a little brush pile that was, guess, got knocked down during the storm. We rode up there and we caught a couple crappie on a fly rod. I hooked into something that was pretty big, but it got me tangled up in the weeds and broke me off.
Well, these are fine right here. You caught them on fly rod? Mm-hmm. Now, I bet that was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, I caught them on a fly rod and a couple of flies that I tied. So.
Yeah, we were talking last week about the Fish U Carter track. It's a public piece of property there, and you look at the quality of fish coming out of there. That's really nice. What particular fly can we tell? Is that a secret? What color?
I caught him on it was a kind of like a chartreuse colored fly. It's called a brim bully, and I tied up a couple of them before I went out there.
And you tie your own flies?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. All right, now let's jump back into saltwater. Yeah,
this was, I think, about 2 or 3 weeks ago. A couple of my buddies and I, we went over to Deepwater Point over there at St. Andrews. We cast net a few mullet before we got out there that we saw that were pretty good eating, and then I threw a gotcha plug right off the point, maybe about an hour before sunset, and the Spanish were just hitting out there like crazy.
We talk about that Deepwater Point. Year after year, generation after generation, there's just some nice fish coming in and out of that little point right there. And that's cool. And you got it late in the afternoon?
Yeah, late in the afternoon. And that biggest one up the top, I think the next photo's a picture of it as well. It measured 22 inches at the fork. So,
22 inches?
Yeah, I actually was able to catch one of those Spanish as well on my 8-weight fly rod because they were hitting so well. I decided to throw that around.
I only got your plug. What color head was? What color body?
It was a chrome body. That day wasn't too overcast. It was pretty clear out. So I went with a chrome body and an orange head, and that's just what put it together for me.
That's cool. That's cool. All right, now let's see what we got next. Tell us about this one.
This one was actually the other week ago. Me and Rellin, we went up Econfina. We did a little bit of fishing up there, and it's one of the ones I caught. The water was a little bit stained, so I was throwing a black buzzbait up there, and it blew up on that. That was the first fish of the morning. So.
All right, now you look at the last 3 spots. You went Deepwater Point, Carter Track, and Econfina. 3 normal places here in this area, and look at what's out there. I mean, this is cool. All right, now let's jump on. You go to school at Pensacola.
Yeah,
that's the Pensacola Pier.
That was a Pensacola Pier.
And these are pompano I let go. I let them go by here to swim by here because you were able to catch them.
Yeah, I went out with a couple of our buddies. We got out there really early in the morning. We got out there whenever the pier first opened up. And this doesn't even show you some of the fish we're catching. We're catching a whole bunch of whiting out there as well as some of the pompano. Catching them on those fresh, dead, peeled shrimp out there, and it was just a great time.
Over in Pensacola, when y'all pompano fish off the pier, do y'all sight fish for them? Or?
Sometimes you can. This particular day, the water wasn't really too clear to sight fish for them. It's a little weird because you'll get a bunch of the clear water over towards the end of the pier, and then closer into shore, sometimes it'll be a little murky. That particular day, it was really, really windy out there, and it was raining some in the morning, but we toughed it out.
Bad conditions, you called it like that. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Be right back with our boys. All right, welcome back. Here with Michael and Ryland, and we're both these boys are in college now, and you want to get a job pretty soon, sooner or later. But y'all, I love to see you. I want to check back. I like to keep up with my students, and able to a lot of times through social media. I see the pictures are posted. Ryland hadn't posted a lot of them lately because he's been studying and all. Yeah. But you do have some, so let's go to yours. So tell us about this first one right here.
This one, I was up at Econfina one day. It was probably half a year ago, and one of my friends was supposed to go with me, and he bailed that morning, so I was just like, I'll just go ahead and go by myself.
Okay.
And so I'm back there, and the water is crystal clear that day, and I hadn't been catching much, so I threw out this, just some green worm my dad had in his tackle box. And I threw it out there, and it hit, and I had it wrapped up around 3 stumps, and I finally got myself there and fished it out with the net, but I was pretty happy with it.
That's a nice, you can find a bass right there. That is nice.
Sure.
Let's see. What about this one?
I killed that deer right after Christmas this year. I had
that's a nice buck.
A friend let me come and hunt with him. Mm-hmm. I shot that one, shoot with a shotgun. I shot him, and then I went and let him lay. And I came back Didn't find any blood, anything. About 2 hours, I called my dad to come help me. My dad just kind of shuffling through the woods and he hears something moving. Well, it gets up and it takes off again.
Okay.
So I ended up having to shoot him a couple times to get him to finally go, but I was
cool.
really happy with it.
Nice buck.
Great deer.
Nice buck. Wow, what about this bass?
That one, I actually caught that one in Troy. I took a picture because it was the first bass I'd caught in Troy. I was on campus fishing. And it was this pond. It was brown. It was not a very pretty pond. I went out there and I'd fished it for about 2 days, and finally I caught one. I caught that fish, and it was just kind of like a personal achievement.
So now this pond is located where?
On campus in Troy University.
That is funny.
It was just on the back behind our Trojan Center.
That is funny. I mean, that's good. Well, that's a true love for fishing when you go fishing on the college campus. That's cool. Was anybody else out there?
I had one friend, one of my fraternity brothers from Georgia. He came and was fishing with me as well.
Okay, those Georgia boys like to fish too.
Yes, sir, they do. They fish like the deer hunt.
Could you get any of your professors to come in there and fish with you?
No, I couldn't. We got one who likes to fish, though. He'd probably go with me.
Good deal. Now, I know you like to duck hunt.
Yeah, I killed those. My good friend Jonathan, he took me out, and it was kind of a slow day. We ended up killing, I think, 2 or 3 just off of Brothers River.
Yeah,
over there fishing.
Very good. Whoa.
Yeah, I caught that snapper. It was last summer. I went out with my dad, a couple of his friends, and it was pretty rough. But we caught that one. Dad caught a big gag grouper.
Wow. How far out did y'all go?
I'm not sure. It was probably 25 miles like normal.
Okay.
This one's funny. I caught this one on the golf course.
You'll fish anywhere, won't you?
I will.
That's cool.
I caught that one. My good friend, he let me come out and fish, and it was first day on my pole. He had made me a pole. I took it out and I caught that one. We probably caught 3 or 4 that size, and it was good.
That's good. What did you catch them on?
A sweet tater pie yum dinger. So we caught that one on.
Now y'all got all that, right? Okay, that's cool. All right, we're gonna get back, Michael. Let's get back. Where did we leave off with you last time on these pictures?
I think we didn't do that one right there.
Okay, all right. So you fly fishing here.
Yeah, that was actually on Christmas a couple years, I think 2 years ago.
Okay.
I was actually, I've got a little 4-weight that I wrapped to myself recently, and was an 8-weight that I wrapped. That was the 3rd rod that I wrapped that's in that photo that I've ever did.
Oh, cool.
I was really young when I wrapped that one. And I was actually out there, I was throwing a little brim popping fly. It was kind of a heavy rod for throwing a little brim fly. But I was going up there and out on the golf course near my house, and I saw that there was a couple bass sitting up in the shallows. I was throwing at them. They didn't seem to want to hit it. And then maybe after about 10, 15 minutes, that one finally came up and ate it. And that's pretty good bass to catch on the fly.
That is a fine bass on fly rod.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Now, what did you say you were?
That's actually, I live right near a Nature Walk golf course over in Lynn Haven. So
One of the golf courses. All right. Oh, that's a good picture. Tell about this one.
That's up at the Sipsey Fork up in Jasper, Alabama. I've been up there twice. I'm actually going up there again in about a week or so. What's nice about that is it's underneath the Lewis Smith Lake. It's at the dam right there. So the water in the middle of summer, it can be 90 degrees outside. The water's still going to be about 55 degrees.
Oh, cool.
Which is perfect for the trout.
What kind of trout is that?
That's a rainbow trout.
That's
up
a
there.
rainbow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I caught it on my 4-weight fly rod that I wrapped myself. It's actually pretty nice. It's only maybe about a 5.5 hour drive from here. I took my mom up there the second time and went up there and did some fly fishing with her.
Does she like to fly fish?
She enjoys it so far. Whenever I brought her up there.
Yeah,
So.
well, next time bring your mom on with you. That'd be cool. But that's a good location too. That's pretty close to here, only 5 hours.
Yeah, it's the closest location where you can catch the freshwater trout.
You scouted it out. I knew you would find it.
Yeah.
That's the closest location. That's Jasper, Alabama.
Yeah, over there in between Jasper and Bremen, Alabama, it's absolutely gorgeous up there too.
Wow.
So.
I didn't know of that place. Okay, where are we here?
That's actually out at the Navy base in Pensacola while I was out there during college. Me and one of my fraternity brothers out there, we went out, and that day in particular, we just, all of a sudden, the redfish bite turned on. We caught 7 redfish in maybe about an hour and a half. And 4 of them were slot size and 3 of them were over slot. So there's some really good redfish out there. We were able to keep our 2, fry them up for dinner, and we also caught a whole bunch of mangrove snapper that day as well.
What were y'all catching them on? What'd you have on that? Right?
We were catching them on all different sorts of things. We were casting it and using some finger mullet, and then also I think I was using one of the voodoo mullet as well. And
Cool. All right.
this
That's a
one,
big bass.
yeah, this one I actually caught with Ryland. We caught it 16 minutes into a tournament. We were fishing out on Deer Point. Yeah, it was,
Cast.
literally, I pulled up to the spot. It was really hot out, so I thought they're gonna be sitting on that drop off of the channel up in Bayou George. I threw a deep diving crankbait 3 times, saw a nice mat of grass, put that down, picked up my punching rod. It's actually, I wrapped it on a swim bait type of or a blank, but I had a 2-ounce weight, punched it, threw it up in the air, trying to punch through the grass mat. And I thought I got held up on the grass mat, and I looked over at Ryland kind of confused, and I felt a thud, thud, thud. We hooked up on it, and it wasn't coming out of that grass. We had to motor up in there.
Yeah, your pole had bent like halfway over, and I knew when that big old pole bent, I was like, this is a good fish.
Yeah.
So,
So y'all went over there, were able to get it out?
yeah,
It was,
That's beautiful.
it was weighed about 15 pounds with the grass in it.
And y'all were in the tournament.
yeah, we were in a tournament. It was
That's
the
cool.
Lunker tournament. We actually came in first place and third place.
Wow.
That,
That's
so-
nice. Let's take our final break. We'll be right back with our fellows. All right, welcome back. Some of my former students, Ryland Spitzer, a student at Troy, and Michael McLean, a student at the University of West Florida. 2 good schools there, and y'all on the dean's list every time? Most of the time. Oh, we won't go there. We're talking about outdoor stuff right now. Fishing game time today brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers, 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock this morning, and 9:22 to 11:22. You brought up a good point a while ago, talking about the redfish. All of a sudden they turned on. And that was during one of those feeding times. And that's we talk about that all the time, about catching fish during the feeding time. Got a few more pictures to show you. We just finished this one. Let's go to this one now. We just had a big bass. Tell us about that's you and that's your brother.
Yeah, that's me and my brother. This was another one of those big bass tournaments that they still held over on Deer Point. And funny thing about this one is me and my brother, we were on 2 separate boats. We were fishing against each other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I believe I came in 2nd place that day, and he came in 3rd place. And it was a close one, so me and him decided to take a photo of our fish together.
I remember that day.
I know that's something to be proud of. Okay, now I think that's all of them, I believe, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe
think that's all of them. Yeah, because the other 2 are some other folks. I'll show those tomorrow. And also, all right, now we're finishing up college. And we know outdoors is always going to be part of y'all's life. Part of your, just it's part of it. It has been since y'all growing up. What are some goals y'all have? I know you're going to start applying for law school, and you're going to start, Coast Guard and all that. What are some things y'all want to do the next couple of years?
I mean, honestly, I'd like to get around and travel the country a little bit, be able to try to do some fly fishing more in some of these trout streams across the country. That's something that I really am looking forward to, and possibly be able to get out and experience.
Okay.
I just I want to keep my education going because my granddad said as long as you go, I'll try to pay for it. So
That's good.
that's my best bet. So I want
Keep on going on that.
I want to do that. Law school is my goal. Don't know where yet. And then since I'll have next spring off, I'm gonna try to get myself back into a lot of more bay fishing. Haven't bay fished as much throughout the years. I've been strictly bass fishing.
Yeah.
So I just want to get back out because there's nothing beats catching speckled trout. That's one of my favorites.
That's
so
one of your favorites, huh?
That is. I just want to get myself back out. I've been deer hunting a bunch, but I want to get myself back into saltwater fishing.
So you finish up in the end of this year.
Yes,
so
sir.
you have all next spring to.
Yes, sir.
That'll be cool. That'll be cool. If you had to go out fishing, okay, we're about to hit June, okay? So what if y'all had to fish next month in a say a redfish tournament? Okay, what would y'all do?
I'm not sure. I'd try to find some place where they can probably hold into some deeper water, come up where the more oxygen's going to be at, of course, and then come up on try to find some place where there might be some food around on the flats or something like that that they can push up on.
Okay.
Maybe let's try to target something like that. If for some reason, if there's anywhere that's got a little bit, I guess, cooler water in the bays or something like that, which is going to be kind of hard to find. Maybe try to find some more of that fresher water that's moving, or fresher salt water, I guess, coming in from offshore, I guess, through the pass over in some of the areas over there.
Very good.
Imagine.
Good game plan,
Yeah.
Ryland.
I agree. I mean, when I ever catch redfish, I'm usually in West Bay. That's my main spot, so I get my big secret there. But I've always caught them on the flats over there. But with it being so hot this summer, they're probably gonna be a little bit deep. I'm not 100% sure, but it's been so hot lately. I mean, that's what I imagine. So I just go up there and go find some. I'd pull around.
What are some of y'all's favorite plugs for redfish?
I really like just the voodoo mullet. I've caught quite a bit on them.
Okay.
I tend to fish a lot with a mirrodine, the mirror mirrodine, because I'll catch trout and redfish with them. Most of the time, of course, it's always nice to have a cast net and be able to fish with live bait. But I've also recently been using a whole lot of the matrix shads out there. They've been doing some pretty good on that so far. So
I've always grown up fishing mirror lures. The red and white ones are big ones that we've always used. Those, and there's some, I don't know the color of them, they're a little greenish top and a wider bottom. I've caught a lot on those because if you throw those, you can catch a big trout, redfish, ladyfish, anything in the water. They'll usually hit them, and it's just that's just what I've always
A lot
grown
of
up
action
fishing.
with it. A lot of action. Okay, real quick now, we got a big bass tournament coming up. What would your big plans for a big bass tournament?
With how hot it is, depending on where it's at, I fish a lot in Deer Point. I try to hit Econfina because that water normally stays cool all year round, which is real nice. I might be going up trying to find some grass mats. They tend to hide up underneath those grass mats whenever it's nice and hot out. And then also just be looking for steep drop-offs maybe. Try to focus on that, maybe throw a couple crankbaits down near there, try to find a school of them or something like that, or maybe some lonesome bass are hanging up on those drop-offs.
Green Cinco. We've caught more fish on a green Cinco than
on a Cinco.
anything. Yeah, you just got to get them and work them slow. And then, like you said, you can find, we throw like a ribbit frog or a black buzzbait. We've torn them up. It's just
it's incredible up there.
If they're a good clear day, and you can find them, beats any fishing.
All right, we're going to have to talk. We're running out of time again, fellas. See, we start talking about fishing, time flies.
I know.
I'm really proud of y'all at a point in time in this lifetime. What y'all are doing is going to school and staying active outdoors and keep it up. And great to have you back. And I'll see y'all in another year or so. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Keep it posted. Okay. These are fine young men out here in college and still being a big part of the outdoors. I really admire these boys and really appreciate them. Y'all do something good today for someone else and help them out. And meanwhile, enjoy the great outdoors and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.